Yes, everyone, we're outside Old Trafford, and for those that are interested in the weather, right now it's sunny, but about 4 seconds ago it was pissing down. So stay tuned, because that might change. Right, transfer review time then, and first on the list is Šeško. And do you know what? Out of absolutely nowhere last week, it seems like, one, our interest is real, and two, we actually, not only is the interest real, but we might actually even be bidding on this guy and even trying to get him, which is a little bit bonkers how fast this has moved. And I like just how quick and how seemingly, I know you're going to be like, effortless, De Jong, right? Seemingly effortless. Some of our transfers are, right? Martinez was very easy. Seems like Eriksson was very easy. Malacia was very easy. Is De Jong a ball bust because of us, or is it because Barcelona are run by probable crackheads, right? It's them, innit? It's not us. For a change, right? Normally, it's us, and it's always us. But for this time, it is Barcelona, right? So what's going on with Šeško? So it seems like United's interest in him is real. It seems like Chelsea's interest in him could also be real. I think Chelsea are just being thrown in to buy every single player that's moving at the moment. I don't know what's going on with them. Are they interested in players genuinely, or are they maybe being used? Is it because they've got an inexperienced new guy in charge of transfer? I don't know. Šeško, though, supposedly Manchester United and Salzburg are currently a little bit far away in their valuation, and they're under no pressure to sell because he's got a 4-year contract. Those words that are coming out are just going, hey, psh, pay me. Pay the man, right? That's all they're doing. They're reminding you how long his contract is. They're like, oh, we want a little bit more cash. 55 million's getting into the a little bit kind of giddy kind of territory for him. If you could get him under 50, closer to 40, I'd be tempted to do it, especially with the news that Tony Marshall's pulled his hamstring. I'm sure by the time this video comes out, we've probably got the full diagnosis and his rehab program, and we know exactly which match and which minute he's coming back in. But as it stands right now, I don't know any of those things. So I've got to go with the process of, like, hamstring injuries don't always heal correctly first time, and sometimes there's reoccurrence of those, and the rehab can quite often be a lot more long-winded than you really want it to be. So with the massive question marks over Cristiano Ronaldo, and let's be honest, there are still question marks over Tony Marshall despite a good pre-season, and now he's injured, United would be absolutely bonkers to not bring in someone up front, right? Whether that's Šeško or whether that's somebody else, whether they can find somebody on a free, that might be more preferable to them, but they need to bring in a striker, and it almost doesn't matter who at this point. It's just someone who's played professional football as a number 9 at an half-decent level. No, not Danny Ings. No, not Danny Ings. Šeško to United right now. It doesn't feel like we're in the closing stages of this. It seems very much like the open stages of it. So I'm going to say 4 out of 10. Frenkie de Jong. I don't think I had a beard when I started standing out here talking about Frenkie de Jong. And it's been... what was the first word we heard of it? 95% done. Is this like the doomsday clock? It just fucking stops at like 2 minutes to, and we're just leaving it there, are we? So, are we at 96 yet? Are we at 94 yet? Is it still at 95? Seemingly, the whole world are saying Chelsea's interested, right? And I know people are going, wait. Romano said it, Ornstein said it, and you're saying we're not. No, I'm not saying that we're not. I'm saying I don't believe everything I read in the papers. Isn't it highly convenient that the biggest transfer news peddlers in the world, Ornstein, Romano, are all briefing the exact same thing? If you was Barcelona and you wanted to hurry up a transfer so you could register all the players that you've got that you've bought as someone that you can't fucking register, wouldn't you want to try and maybe like shit someone up into making something happen? Manchester United have put all of their eggs in the Frenkie de Jong basket. You've got to assume Ten Hag and Frenkie de Jong have at least been sending WhatsApp memes to each other, right? Or something, maybe emojis. You can't believe that they just don't have a clue what his intentions are, and you can't believe that he's just going to up and sign for Chelsea that easily, and we're just fucking spinning around in our chair not doing anything about it. I know the temptation is to panic. And I know the temptation is like, Ornstein's tier 1, Romano's tier 1. These guys are getting briefed probably directly from clubs or agents, if not both. But you always have to wonder, why are you hearing of a leak? Sometimes you will hear something from an agent, and sometimes you will hear things from a club, and sometimes you might even get it from both sides. I know after speaking to someone at Manchester United, actually, and they were talking to me about the different reporters and how they sort of view the different levels of different reporters. And someone at Manchester United, this 3 years ago or so, said to me, David Ornstein's the best one that they deal with, because he'll come to him and he'll say, I'm hearing this. What are you saying? And the person at the club said, and sometimes I might have to deny it because I've been told I have to deny it. And then he'll go, well, I've got it confirmed off this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy, so I'm going to run the story. And then he'd go, all right, well, he's fucking got me, hasn't he? Yeah, it's true. And that's why David Ornstein, for me, is the #1 guy when it comes to anything. And I know I'm almost contradicting it here, but there's another journalist. In fact, I'll tell you, it's Jamie Jackson, right? There's another journalist that I spoke to, this is years ago. And he said sometimes you get a briefing off a club and you know that it's probably lies. And you know that they're telling you this for a reason. It might be that they're in talks for a contract for someone. It might be that they're interested in selling someone. But you know there's an ulterior motive to why this is going out into the press. He goes, but what can you do? When you're a journalist and you are told information by someone high up at a football club, you have to run that story because that is a primary source. You can only run what you've been told. Now, you might be able to write in there saying, like, I'm still sceptical, however, here's what I was told. But you have to run that story. And that's journalistic integrity. But he even said to me at the time, he goes, sometimes you just know what they're telling you is not quite 100% true. Very often, that sounds quite sinister. But very often it'll be the ones where they'll say, a player's not for sale. And you're like, but I've heard from elsewhere that you're pimping his ass all over Europe. It might be as innocent as those ones. But the club have asked you to put it out that he's not for sale. It's not always as it seems. My belief, and it's just my belief, right? And I'm not saying I've had any inside information on what's going on with Frankie de Jong at all, because I have got none. Literally, when, I don't know, let's say when Dean Henderson left the club, all the leaks stopped. Should we start there, shall we? All of the leaks have stopped. You might think that's a coincidence. You might think I've just outed someone. Maybe it's neither, right? There are no leaks at the moment in terms of incomings. Now, I know there's all sorts going on in terms of outgoings and loans, and I do have some info on some of those, but I haven't got a fucking clue who we're signing. We might sign Hulk tonight or tomorrow, for all I know. Like, I haven't got a fucking clue. The leaks have just completely stopped. And that's a positive thing. So when I tell you that, I don't believe 100% what I see with the Chelsea thing and the Frankie de Jong thing. It's just my interpretation. That's it. I haven't heard anything. It's just my interpretation of, I know how these games are being played, and I think Barcelona are playing a dirty fucking game at the moment, and I wouldn't put it past them. They're even trying to get rid of fucking Braithwaite. They're trying to get rid of everybody. My actual main concern with Frankie de Jong, which I haven't even spoke about once in this entire saga, to be honest, is the fact that he's on like 500 grand a week. Now, we're going, hey, come and play for Manchester United. We're not as good as we used to be, but we do have loads of Dutch players here if you like that. What else have you got going on? Do you like going to Eastern Europe on Thursday nights? Because we're doing that. All right, what else you got going on? Well, we're not going to pay you 500 grand a week if that's what you were thinking you were going to get. Are you in the Champions League? No. We might be on the titles of it on BT. They might still have us like enjoying the intro, but that'll be the only time you see us in the Champions League this week. So yeah, fancy it. How are we going to convince Frankie de Jong, right? Typically, when you're asking a player to move, let's be honest, it's probably not entirely his dream move to leave Barcelona and come and sign for United. But the circumstances dictate he's fucking leaving Barcelona, whether he likes it or not. Where he gets to go to next, he's going to have a little bit more of a say in, obviously. But typically the way that you convince someone to say, go on then, I'll come, is you offer them more than they're being paid at the moment. I guarantee Manchester United will not pay Frankie de Jong more than he's getting paid at Barcelona at the moment. Because whoever fucking signed off at Barcelona was smoking all the crack, right? United might offer him 300, maybe. That's still like a 40% wage reduction. Come and live in somewhere that's not got a beach, right? That rains every day. That isn't in the Champions League. That's not even the best team in our city. That might not even be in the fucking top 5 in the country. And by the way, take a 40% pay cut as well. You can almost see why he'd be like, just fucking leave me here at Barcelona. They're absolutely shagging my ass. And they're not paying me, and they're fucking me about. But at least I get a fucking mojito on the beach, and I might win something. Fuck it, I might go play for Barcelona. Frankie de Jong to Manchester United. The closer it gets to the window, the more I think you're just going to struggle to get it over the line. I was very, very confident like a few weeks ago. Less confident now. What did we give it last week? It still feels on this side of likely. I'm going to say 6 out of 10. Right, do you know earlier when I said like Chelsea's name are getting flung into everything? Just keep them pinned back for the rest of this fucking video because it's about to get ridiculous. Right, Jamie Vardy. Under normal circumstances, I'll go this load of old arse. But because of our situation with strikers and blah, 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 I'm not ruling it out. So there's some talk that Manchester United, and who else, Steve? Fucking Chelsea are also interested. Surely Chelsea's scouting department is more than having United on News Now and going, oh, Vardy, get the phone book, right? We can't both be in for all the same players, can we? Fucking hell. At the moment, it's the first I've seen of anything linking Vardy to Manchester United. Does it make sense? It does, right? We need a striker. We absolutely need a striker. And that's the problem now is we're in the mode where they can literally throw fucking Romario in here. And I'll be like, well, he's older, but, you know, can't rule it out. Can't rule it out, can we? I'm not giving Vardy more than a 1 out of 10. That's fucking ludicrous. As for us and Chelsea being in for the same people, fuck. Denzel Dumfries. So, after being shit out of bed on Timber, and Louis van Gaal saying, don't go to United. Not had a lot to fucking say about the situation at Barcelona where his star midfielder's getting played at centre-half though, has he? Hey, Lewis, right? Fucking nout being said there, is there? You dickhead, right? After him going, don't go to United, Timber, Denzel Dumfries has now been flung into the mix. As yet, not been told off by Grandpa Louis, so that's still potentially in the mixer. Inter have slapped, rather than placed, rather than suggested, apparently they've slapped a £34 million price tag on him. I'm going to suggest something. Do you like we have the Premier League badges? Let's fuck the Premier League badges off. We know it's the Premier League, right? We know it's the Premier League. I want transfer prices on the arms. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Then you can actually say someone slapped a price tag on someone. Or, if it's not the price that you sold him for, the price that you will sell him for. Hey? So imagine you go to Tesco and you want to buy a nice ice-cold chocolate milk, right? You're feeling fine, it's Friday afternoon, and you're thinking, I fancy a chocolate milk. You go into Tesco, you pick up your chocolate milk, and you take it to the counter, and you stick it on there, and she goes, it's not for sale. You go, what do you mean it's not for sale? It's fucking Tesco, innit? This is what we do. You have chocolate milk, I'd like chocolate milk, not for sale. What if I give you a banana milk? Okay, maybe a banana milk plus a Twix. Now you're talking. Actually, forget the banana milk, we will have the Twix though, and we'll call it 89p. And you go, fucking hell, fine. Come in here just wanting a chocolate milk, lose a Twix and 89p, right? It happens, I guess. That's how transfers are conducted. And they all act like it's not for sale, but they are. You have no idea how much you're going to be paying for someone, apart from you're going to be out of your arse, right? Wouldn't it be better if the clubs had to put a valuation on the sleeve of the player while they were running around? So when you go and look at someone like a Šeško, and he's got his fucking price tag on his sleeve, places like Gazzetta dello Sport can say that they've slapped a price tag on him, because they've actually slapped a price tag on him, rather than just this metaphorical bullshit that everyone's coming out with. Slapped a price tag on him. They've not slapped a price tag on him. They don't make him walk around fucking the metro of Milan into the fucking supermarkets with 35 million strapped around his neck, did he? And if he did, I'd like to see it. Denzel Dumfries. Oh, hang on. There's an extra bit to this story. It's not just United interested in him. Who else is interested in him? Fucking Chelsea! Again! Why? Is this just the theme of the window? Who are Chelsea in for, Steve? Fucking everyone, it seems. Left backs, right backs, centre forwards, centre mids. Fucking anyone. If you're a footballer, Chelsea want you. I might have to go and fucking check my fax machine to see if they're in for any fucking Paddock players. Taking a piss. All right, that's that. We got one more in. Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. Is it someone Chelsea are interested in, Steve, as well as United? Kinda. It's a Chelsea player. Ziyech. So there's this transfer valuation of £8 million going round. Where's that come from? What a random fee that is. Is it 1997? Why are we looking at players worth 8 million fucking quid? We paid more than that for Hannibal, and he was a child. Right, I can't remember what we called our board last week. Does it add up? Does it make sense? We'll have a look in last week's video and we'll figure it out. But let's have a look. So, is he Dutch? Well, it's kinda. Is that an option? He was born in Holland, he represented Holland and then chose Morocco. So, is he Dutch? Kinda. Does he play for Ajax? Well, not anymore, but he did do. Does he have some sort of bizarre relationship where he used to play for Ten Hag at some point in his career? Yes. Okay, so yeah, we probably are going to sign Ziyech then, aren't we? At the moment, it feels like he's definitely got his eyes on a prize with Anthony, but Anthony being literally 10 times the price, you might end up going with Ziyech. This Ziyech one's rumbled around for a little bit. Chelsea are letting players go, granted, and seemingly signing everyone. I can't believe we're talking about Chelsea again. They're seemingly signing everyone, so that means that they're probably going to sell everyone as well. Can't have 100 players, that's fucking carnage. So, I'd have to say, yeah, there's a potential that United are going to get him. I don't see any concrete things that were in for him just yet, though, so I can't give it more than a 2 out of 10. It's only getting a 2 because of the adopometer. That was the ins, this is the outs. Calcio Mercato have done a right good copy-paste job here. One of the articles says, Manchester United defender Victor Lindelof is a target of Jose Mourinho at Roma, blah, blah, blah. And then the other one says, Manchester United defender Eric Bailly is a target of Jose Mourinho, AS Roma, blah, blah, blah. What does that mean? Does that mean they've got fuck all imagination, or does it mean that they're trying to sign them both? I think Lindelof is definitely in Ten Hag's plans. I think United need to get rid of a lot of centre-halves. He's not one of them, unless he thinks he can raise a rate load of cash. I also don't trust Varane, based off last season, to be fit and available every single week, which means that you're going to need Lindelof in there as well. And I think Maguire will probably find his way out of the team as first choice if we're looking to be an effective ball-playing team. And I know some people still think he can play football and that he's a ball-playing defender. I don't know how to help you. Eric Bailly, I get the impression that he is on the out list. And it's just injuries. Because when he plays, inevitably he performs. But the best ability of a footballer is availability. And he doesn't have it. So it's time to call this experiment a day, move on, start being ruthless with the players who aren't performing with us, and fucking ship them on. Victor Lindelof, I'm going to say 0 out of 10. I can't see that one happening. Eric Bailly. This Eric Bailly to Roma one sort of rumbled on a lot, and it's not quite 7 out of 10 territory. So I'm going to say 6 out of 10 at the moment. I think that could happen. Elsewhere, there's going to be shitloads of loans, right? Shitloads of loans. We've already seen Tellez all but wrapped up, so that one's done, out the fucking door. And there'll be a couple more as well. And I think it won't just be youngsters. I think you might see Tuanzebe go on loan somewhere. I think you're going to see a fucking load of them. So stand by for all of those. I don't think we've seen any Amazon vans, have we? We got here late today. That's me. That's my fault. Sorry. And actually, shout out to the guy that drives the Amazon van, because one of them actually commented on the video last week. To the bit.